I was born here in Reserve, back a while back. You know, I went to school here, married a high school sweetheart, the typical stuff. By the time I moved into this relatively new community, I noticed the difference in the guys my age that I grew up with.
What did you notice?
The deaths, the cancer.
Robert Taylor was born and has lived most of his life in Reserve, Louisiana, a town of 10,000 the Environmental Protection Agency says has some of the most toxic air in America.
Where are we going now?
We're going up to the cemetery.
More than 100 petrochemical plants and refineries dot this corridor between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, often referred to as Cancer Alley. Reserve is right in the middle of it. The EPA says the cancer risk here is almost 50 times the national average.
They built this monstrosity up on top of us.
Even the town's cemetery is surrounded by a refinery. Taylor says his mom, sister, uncle, and nephew are buried here. All died of cancer.
As I stand here, it's overwhelming to me. All of my folks are here. I will eventually wind up here. I don't want to be separated from my dad and mom and them. I got to find something different from my children and grandchildren, but unfortunately, I'm stuck here.
For decades, people in Reserve have had health problems, ranging from dizziness and severe headaches to liver and lung cancer. Many believe this plant, hundreds of yards from some of their homes, is the source. The Denka Performance Elastomer plant, owned by DuPont until 2015, makes chloroprene, a chemical the EPA calls a likely human carcinogen. Denka is the only plant in the country producing it. In a new study, obtained first by CBS News, the University Network for Human Rights found actual cancer rates surrounding Denka are higher than expected. Those living in homes surveyed within a mile of the plant had cancer rates of nearly 7%. Go a half mile farther away, and the cancer rate drops significantly by almost 40%. Denka says it hasn't had the chance to see the new study and cites a state tumor registry that does not show a cancer increase in Reserve. The company says the EPA's chloroprene concerns are based on faulty science, resulting in a dramatically inflated risk factor.
What really drove us was the fact that we've got a school right here with 400 to 500 black children in it, 1,500 feet from the fence line. Hello, I'm from Reserve, Louisiana, and I'm here to address the stockholders of Denka.
Taylor is a lead plaintiff in a suit against Denka and recently took his fight 7,000 miles to Denka's headquarters in Tokyo. CBS News was there as his team tried to confront company executives.
We know that some people who you know and who you represent are profiteering off of the suffering that's being put on my people by DuPont Denka.
They were turned away. Denka later told them they couldn't meet because of pending litigation.
They demonstrated to us today that they don't care about what's happening to the people in Reserve, Louisiana.
Why haven't you moved?
Why should I move? How can I move? I struggled all my life to build this. What is happening in the American system here that it could come to the question of a poor person, a person that come up with meager means, we strive, here's the American dream, to own your own home. Right now, in good conscience, who would I actually sell this house to? What poor, unsuspecting family would I trick into moving into this debt trap?
Janet Shamlian, CBS News, Reserve, Louisiana.